So I decided to play some Zombie World Zombies. So let's have some fun here. So we're going to activate Zombie World right away. See what my opponents have. They got Maxi like a motherfucker. So you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. Let's take the Maxi challenge. Why the fuck not? We are going to emergency teleport to get this special summon out before their Maxi resolves. Activate this, and then we are going to grab Foxy Tune. Then let's go ahead and, you know what? Let's do Foxy Tune before the grass, so then that way we can get the card that we need to start milling out. So we're going to pitch the Foxy Tune, also pitching the Medora, and then summoning out the Deer Note that allows him to grab one card. Then we're going to activate Grass Looks Greener. Now, activate Elgato. How many cards you got? 34 cards. Alright. What is he playing? Oh, Sword Souls. Sword Souls, okay. Now we're going to activate Kelbeck. Okay. It's time to deck this motherfucker out. So we'll go into Chaos Ruler. Do I have a very important card in my graveyard right now? Nope, don't have it. Alright. Let's activate Chaos Ruler, chain block it with Deer Note. Okay. What did I just hit? Nah, I'd rather pitch all of that. He's got 19 cards left. Alright, let's see. Is Shinobi Necro in here? Fuck, I don't see it. Okay. It's okay if I don't have it. That's what I was looking for right there. G motherfucking G's, my boy. It's over with for you now. It is over with for you. I'm gonna do Plague Spreader. I'm putting Exchange of Spirit back. Mil, mil, mil. Mil, mil, mil more. Mil more. Mario. Into Baron the floor. This is how you cook somebody who activates that fucking Maxx. This is how you cook somebody who activates Maxx. Then we're gonna activate Mauler. This bitch ass motherfucker is gonna learn his lesson today. I bet he'll never ever ever think to do this shit ever again. Guarantee that shit. We'll bring back Baron the floor. How many cards he got left? 3. Activate Mizuki. Mizuki will revive back. Let's bring back Gozuki. Get cooked, bitch. Get cooked, bitch. Hold that fucking L. And I still had a shit ton of plays left. Like I know y'all saw that shit. I had a lot of fucking shit I can do. Like bro, let me show y'all how much more shit I can do. Let's go back and watch that shit. Like look at this shit, bro. Like I had a lot of shit left to do, bro. I still had 2 Mizukis. I still had Gozuki. I could send Gozuki. I could revive back something going into Sprite Elf from my extra deck. So like I hadn't even went into Sprite Elf. I still hadn't even went into my level 3, my level 4. Like I was still going to be able to do a lot of shit. Revive back something with Sprite Elf. Like, bro, I had plays for fucking days. He was cooked. That's why you don't This is why you don't just activate Maxx now. This is why I like players when they activate this Maxx against this particular deck. When I play people that love activating Maxx, if you watch my last video, there was a guy activating Maxx. It pissed me the fuck off. So I said, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going over to my zombie deck that will absolutely fuck over them 100%. Then this motherfucker draws into his imperm, and what does he do? Oh, I'll stop him with this imperm for sure. No, bitch. I activated Grass Looks Greener. That one imperm is not gonna stop all my fucking plays. I got plays for days. Fuck boy. Should have held that imperm for Soul Absorbing Bone Tower. And even if you did, I would have just gotten it off the field and then just revived that shit right back with Mizuki. So you were still fucked. So, fucked. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Cooking this bitch. Red Eyes Dragon Zombie Lord. This bitch is getting fucking cooked. So look at that. Completely decked him all the way out. If y'all want to see his deck list, basically that's his deck list. Oh my god, cooked him. Oh, Omni Negate, Revive, Meal, a Revive Tribute draw. If as long as I'm summoning from the graveyard. Let's look at my graveyard, how much more shit I can do. And believe me, if I wasn't going to deck him out, I was just going to end on Fossil Dyna, this card here. And if I had ended on that card, basically what I could have did when he goes to attack into it, activate Al Ghul, he wasn't going to be able to do shit because Al Ghul would have protected it. I would have banished it, of course, and then protected it. And then I could put Al Ghul back into my graveyard with this card right here. This second effect allows me to put this back into my graveyard by banishing this card. So I could completely fuck him over right there. But let's look at how many more summons I could have done from my graveyard, right? So I could have used Mizuki to revive Changshi. Changshi would send something to the graveyard. Preferably, if I didn't have all my Mizukis in the grave, I could revive that. Or I could use Unizombie to send something. If all my Mizuki, so I got one Mizuki there. And Mizuki's not the only way to summon from this deck. Believe me. Got another Mizuki there. Got it. Okay, so all my Mizukis are in the graveyard. I could also revive back with the Mad Mauler, so Mad Mauler can come back, which I did use to actually go into the other monster. Let's see here. I could actually put Mizuki back into the graveyard with that other card that I was showcasing before. So that's a revive effect. Let's see here. Eldritch could come back onto the field. I would get rid of my zombie world to do so, but it still could come back onto the field. That's another summon. Um, that's a summon with this one. This one can put one of those monsters back into my graveyard. That's another summon. And then, of course, I was going to revive my Gozuki, send a monster, and then make plays there. But, of course, didn't really matter. He decked out anyway. So as soon as Gozuki hits the field, he was already pretty much decked out. If he destroyed one of my monsters, I was going to take control of his monster. So that would have fucked him over right there too. So while he's trying to make his plays, he would have been locked out of the extra deck anyways, because more than likely I would have tried my best to scythe lock him. He probably would have been able to stop it, but I would have more than likely just ended on this card here. Neither player can special summon. So he would have had to normal, burn through his normal attack, and then try to activate something to basically pop something, put something, pop something, do all that shit. And I got Baron the floor, which would have negated it. I believe that Long Yuan is once per turn. Yep, surely it is once per turn. So I would have stopped that play. He would have already had burned through his normal summon. Looks like his Raigeki is in the grave. If he runs two of those, he can make it through that. His Blackout's in the grave already. So yeah, he was pretty well screwed right here. So thank you, bitch, for activating Maxx. And then in my extra deck, I could have climbed Sprite Elf, Yokioni, and also this card here. And this Yokioni, once it hits the grave, look, as a quick effect, you can banish this card to special summon one zombie synchro monster that is banished or in the graveyard. I do have a zombie monster that is banished, and I do have one that could be in the graveyard, which would be this once it leaves the field. So I was going to be still summoning shit. Shit was going to be hitting the field. The card that I was going to 100% send to the graveyard off of my Gozuki was going to be Hella. So Hella would have tributed one monster off the field to summon another one. So I was going to have plays for days. Let's look at his deck. Completely cooked. I tell you. He only had one Raigeki in his deck, so I didn't have to worry about that clearing my field. His Blackout was in the grave, so I didn't have to worry about that. He had already burned through one of his imperms. I don't remember seeing the other one in there. Vashuda, he would have had to play with Vashuda, possibly spinning something back off my field, but was he going to be able to break my field not having access to his level 10 synchros? Because I would have just held my negate for this card particularly, and I would have put enough monsters out and been banishing shit so then that way he can never get to his level 10 synchro. Maybe he could have spin it back with one of his other 10 Ys, but I'm pretty fucking smart. Like, he was getting decked out anyways. Like, he had a lot of shit in his graveyard to tribute off of the Taya, which would have been cool, but I'm a pretty smart player. He was pretty fucked. So let's look at the deck that I was playing to absolutely cook this man right here. So I would have sent Hella right here. Hella could basically swap out one of my monsters on the field with something in my graveyard. Had a lot of shit in my graveyard, so I could have swapped something out for Chang-Chi. And then once I brought Chang-Chi out, it could send another monster, which the monster that I would have sent off of that one would have been, where is it? It's my one of Doom King. Doom King would have automatically revived itself on my opponent's turn. So if I had not decked him out, he would have still had that going for him right there. Of course, Soul Absorbing Bone Tower, super powerful. And then I could spin everything that's banished back into my deck if I wanted to with Necroface, or just finish off the banishes with Necroface Once this card's in the graveyard, I could just basically activate Fairy Tale Snow. And the thing was, I had Fairy Tale Snow in my graveyard with a lot of materials for Fairy Tale Snow in my graveyard. So, what that means is, when he summons his monster out, tries to activate its effect, I can basically flip his token face down and fuck him all the way over. So, it would have been a GG's, my boy, regardless. So, Fairy Tale Snow, I had a lot of interruptions. I had pretty much everything going for me. The only thing was I milled my exchange of spirit after I actually got my play with the Kelbeck. So if that would have happened before, I would have been able to set one of my traps. But it would have happened on the next turn if there would have been a next turn. So yeah, activate Maxx, get your shit on, bitch. Hold that L. Fuck you for playing Maxx, and fuck you for activating that bitch so early into my shit and not letting me have fun with the game. I still managed to have fun by playing a deck that absolutely fucks you over for activating that Maxx. So hold that L, bitch.